Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Nights U Inc. Global. And I am excited to be here with you tonight. This is August of 2018, and really, we got to start thinking about different things in our lives, folks. If you want to change your business and you want to move ahead, we got to start getting rid of some of these negative thoughts that are holding us back. Because, like it says on the screen here, we're addicted to our thoughts. We cannot change anything if we cannot change our thinking. It's so important to understand that, folks, because no matter how old you are, you got to start changing your thinking. Okay? I don't care if you're in your 20s, 50s, 40s, 30s. It doesn't matter, because your negative thinking can hold you back on everything that you want to do in life. Okay? And it's so important to understand because, listen, something could happen to you at any age where you could land up not being able to go to work. And that's why, what I love about the network marketing industry is you can develop a secondary income, streams of income. And I would suggest to really understand this and do it as young as possible and get this out to people. Talk to them about streams of income and what could be holding them back. And this is August of 2018, and look, we got a couple of months left to the year, and you know what? You could be setting up streams of income if you're willing to get rid of some of those negative thoughts that are holding you back. So we're going to go through this, and I hope it makes sense, and I hope you can get rid of some of those thoughts, because we all have them. I don't care who you are. The idea is to get rid of these thoughts as quick as possible. So number one is, my past is indicative of my future. Listen, we've all had failed attempts and mistakes that happened in our past. But listen, you can't let that defeat you, okay? Being defeated is a temporary condition. I was playing golf last Monday, and, I went out. I hit one of the best shots that I ever hit on this certain hole. Man, I was so proud of myself when I followed through and I saw the ball where it landed. And then when I turned back, I did something that herniated one of my discs, and I went down. But you know what? That's only a temporary condition, okay? Because you can't let the past control your future, okay? You got to get rid of those negative thoughts that you have in your past. Number two, I care what they think about me. This is the one that anybody that knows me long enough knows I don't really give a darn what people think about me. I really don't. You know what? I remember when I was a young kid, and I remember one lady, seeing me selling lemonade or something and got offended that I was out selling lemonade. Another woman got offended because I was asking people if I could shine their shoes. You know what? I don't care. You know why? Because when I got those little nickels and everything and I got them together, I went and bought my ice cream. And guess what? I put a big smile on my face. And that's what you should be thinking about, is don't care what other people think of you. Hey, listen, I have brothers and sisters that all think I'm crazy and for the things that I did in my life. And hey, that's their problem to think about. That's not my problem. My problem is to keep moving forward. The same what you want to do is keep moving forward and don't care what other people think of you. If you have that challenge, I'm telling you, it's one of the worst things that you can imagine, okay? Number three, I'll do what makes me happy someday. This is something that really kills me, because I'll tell you this, folks, I'm 66 years old, and you know what? I still, have flashbacks to when I was a kid and how fast it went. Listen, time goes fast, folks, okay? And like it says in here, today is the oldest you'll ever been and the youngest you're ever going to be again. Understand that. The perfect moment to follow your dreams and your goals and your values and is to do it now. I don't care if you're in your 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s. It doesn't matter. Start now. Don't wait, because you're going to come back to the day that you're going to just only talk about regrets, and that's foolish. And you can change tomorrow by starting today, okay? Number four, hey, what happened? This little sucker, I didn't make it big enough. I'm sorry. Number four, I can't. It's too late. I'm not good enough. It said our attitude shifts our sales and ultimately determines not only our final destination, but more importantly, the voyage and experiences along the way. That goes back to number three, what we were talking about there, folks. It's never too late. Hey, listen, like I said, I'm 66. Root's constantly reminding people that the body is designed to live till 120. So that means I'm only halfway through my life. Okay? And you know what? Maybe you are around that age. Maybe you're in your 20s. You got another 100 years. You got to set the sails, folks. You got to put the sails up and start deciding where your final destination is going to be by doing the work today. Okay? Getting your dream out in front of you, and just stop saying, I can't. It's too late. Those are excuses, folks. Take the T out of there and just say, I can. Okay? And I will. And it's never say it's too late. Never, 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 never say it's too late. Okay? Number 5. There's so much that could go wrong. This is the thing that cracks me up. Anytime somebody starts to do something, it's like, oh, what's going to go wrong? Wait a minute. Richard Branson said this: when you're offered an opportunity, listen, go look at it, and then you'll figure out how to do it. Stop being afraid of what can go wrong and start thinking of what could go right. That's what I'm one of those guys that take a shot. Take a shot at something. What can happen? The worst that can happen, it didn't work. Big deal. Be thankful for all the positive things that you have in your life. If you're married, husbands and wives and kids and everything. If you're like me that's single, listen, I have friends and neighbors and different people that, I just say hello to every day. And you know what? I just see a brighter tomorrow every day. I like my life. Okay? Can it be better? Sure it could. But you know what? I'm not going to complain about what I could have had and everything like that. I'm going to try to make it a brighter tomorrow. And that's what you want to do, folks. Get that negative out. Number 6, I will never forgive you. Hey, listen, folks. This is one of the most difficult things that I've seen especially in families and everything, is people say, I'll never forgive you. And you know what? They give up on their families and their friends and things like that because, something happened. And sure, it might have hurt you, but listen, forgive them. Because you know who gets the benefit? You. Whether they straighten it out and do right, it doesn't matter. You're the one that gets the benefit by forgetting it, okay? You'll be stronger. You'll find the right kind of love that you see in them. Remember the things that you liked about them at one time. And you know what? Think about those things and move forward, okay? Number 7, I don't like them because they're broken. This is something that really bothers me, folks, because some people see people that are down and out. Hey, listen, folks, you know what? I've seen many people that I read stories about in our profession that became very successful, and the lowest time in their lives was when they were really rock bottom, because that's what made them stand up and move forward. And sometimes you might feel like that. You might feel like you're at the rock bottom. But you know what? If you just get up and move forward, man, things will start to change. Don't sum up other people's entire existence in one moment, because you don't know what they're going through. But here's the thing. If you're going through it, you're the one that has to change it. You're the one that has to get up and make that move, that put the action behind things and move forward. And that's really important. Number 8. I am too unhappy to make anyone else happy. Happiness, like it says here, is a boomerang. When you catch yourself feeling unhappy, doing something small that makes someone else happy, when they smile, it's hard not to smile back. You know what? That's so true, folks. Because if you understand that you might be unhappy, so go out and do things for other people. That's why people who do volunteer work, they just love it. They just love, Ruth and I met a girl in the grocery store today, and she volunteers at the New York Aquarium. And full-time, she's a school teacher. But you know what she said? That's her best day. That's her favorite day of the week, is when she goes there and volunteers. And you know what? Think about it. Just going out, I have a couple of gentlemen that hang around the grocery store. They're kind of homeless and stuff. They don't beg for money or anything. And you know what I get a big kick out of doing? is go and get a couple of bananas when I'm in the store. Just come out and say, hey guys, have a banana. And you know what? I see a little smile come to their face. And man, from the store all the way home, I am just smiling. And I just feel so good about it because you know what? It comes right back to you. So get out and go experience life, folks. Number 9, I can't trust anyone. This is very difficult, folks, because a lot of people are suffering from this. You know, everything, you know, they feel that, you know, they got burnt one time, so they're not going to trust people in the future, you know. And you got to understand that, you know, we come to realize that our true strength through hurt and suffering, you know, that's so true. That's a very important statement because, you know, people, you know, when you have those devastating times and everything and something might have happened, you got to, you know, brush it off and move forward, okay? We often keep our hearts closed because of that. You know, we don't trust ourselves. We don't want to go through the pain again. Listen, if you go through and forget that past and forget that person and forget that incident and forget all of those things and just start fresh, you're going to have a better life. You're going to enjoy it so much better. Number 10, everyone else is doing it, so it must be right. Hey, listen, this statement could be good and bad, you know, in a way that, you know, live your life like what it says here. Because I'll tell you this, don't be a sheep your whole life. Because look, because everybody else doesn't want to do network marketing doesn't mean that you can't do it. And that, you know, because everybody else is doing it, meaning going to work and making their living that way, that you got to just stay focused on, oh, I got to do my job and that's it. Listen, the fun is when you're outside the box. Outside the box is where it is, you know, and you got to stand up for what you believe in, you know, and you got to find what you believe in. You know, I believe in, listen, giving everybody an opportunity and giving them a chance and just bringing it to them. And, you know, I've been doing that since I was a little kid. You know, anytime I saw something that I thought was cool, I used to tell everybody about it because I said, look, you know, if we can make a dime or a quarter, hey, it'll be fun, okay? And I really believe that. That's one of the things when I got into network marketing that I was so excited about because I love seeing people that come into the profession and they start achieving the small goals. And I've seen people come into the profession, leave the profession, and do great too. And I'm excited for them. Because that's what I believe network marketing is. It's not just all about making money. It's giving people the opportunity so that they can make the money to change their lives and become a better person, okay? Listen, you know how many people I've seen in this business that came in because either we introduced them or somebody on our team introduced them, and the next thing they went out and they found God and their lives have changed and they feel much better about themselves and everything. That's what's important, folks. That's what you're going to get excited about. Number 11, it will never get better. It will never get worse. That's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place, folks. You know, always thinking that it's never going to get better and it will never get worse. Listen, appreciate every great moment that you have. Take it one day at a time. Okay. Hey, listen, you know, I'm having a bad day from last Monday, you know, on Tuesday, thank God, Steve and Ruth were able to push me into the doctor. I mean, hey, listen, I was taking it one day at a time. And you know what? As it progressively, the week went along, things got better. But listen, you got to feel that way about your life. What's holding you back? What do you keep saying is not getting better? Okay? And the reason why it's not getting better because you're not doing things to make it better. You're not finding solutions to make it better. You're not doing things to make it better. You're not collaborating with all the people that you know around you to make it better. And you know what? It will never get worse, you know? When you feel like that, that's when you're really down and out. That's what I was talking about earlier in the presentation. When you're down and out, that's the time to stand up and rise and get excited about it and go ahead and move forward. And then I don't have time to dream. That's when really, folks, that's when, you know, people start getting depressed and everything because the real tragedy in life lies in having no dream to reach. And listen, And it all comes because you're letting the negative of the past control your dream of the future. Listen, you don't have to see, like it says here, the whole staircase. You just got to take it one step at a time, one step forward. That's all. One step every day. If you don't like contacting people, go out, go to the store. Don't be the person that goes up to the cashier and just says, how much? Go up and say, hey, you having a great day today? Just start conversations with people by complimenting them. I was in a grocery store today, and they had a guy giving out samples. Never had this in my local grocery store. And there was a guy giving out samples for some dumplings. So he said to me, would you like one? I said, no, thanks. I said, hey, this is pretty cool what you're doing. And we landed up having a little 5-minute conversation that was so much fun. And I actually started telling people walking by, hey, man, you got to try these dumplings. Hey, come here. You got to try these dumplings. And he was looking at me like, look at this guy, you know, and and I was having fun. I almost wanted to tell him, why don't you step aside and let me take care of this? I really did. It was so much fun. But you know what it is that you got to have time to dream, because I knew that guy, he had a dream. He was talking about what he was doing. And, you know, it was just excited to see, you know, and you got to understand, you can't let that past take away from the dream of your future. Remember, if you're not 119 years old right now, I'm telling you, you still have the dream. You got to stand up. You got to rise to the occasion. So listen, I just want to end with this. It's your day. Let it start today. You might say, well, Mike, it's late at night. No, man, pick up a book. Read a book. Read something positive before you go to sleep tonight, so you wake up with that little energized, like the little Energizer bunny, with that dream, because you went to sleep putting something positive in there. And then when you get up in the morning, think about that positive thing that you read. And just have a great week. You know, tomorrow's Monday. You know, like I call it Motivation Mondays to 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. So let's go out there. Let's change by learn from the past. You always hear me say this. The windshield is so much bigger than the rear view mirror, because if you keep looking in the rear view mirror, what's going to happen? You're going to crash, and you're going to keep crashing. And that's why looking in the past is not going to let you have the dream of looking out that front windshield and moving forward and achieving the dreams that you want to have. So listen, God bless. Have a great week. Make this a week that you go out and meet. Hey, listen, if you haven't made a contact in so long, go out and make one contact this week, okay? Or go out and make one contact tomorrow, whatever it is. But go out and make it come alive, okay? God bless. Have a great night.